Okay. Good afternoon, all my woolly friends. Peter just told me I'm lit up like a Christmas tree, so I'm not real sure what that means, but this light is really bright, so if I'm squinting a little bit, that's why. And it's not because the sun's out today, because it's raining, and I'm not complaining because our garden's You caught that, didn't you?
I was thinking of the ones that goes with sun's out. And then I was thinking of all these others, then you come with it. If it's raining, I'm not complaining.
No, our gardens have desperately needed this rain, so I will take it. And we're supposed to get more this week, so I'm good. Everything's growing really well. My tomatoes are getting little tomatoes on them. And I had this oddball end of my garden that was a mud bog when we put it in. So we just kind of tilled it up and left it, and it dried out. And I was trying to think, well, I don't want weeds just growing there. So I had 2 packets of wildflower seeds. It's a mix. And then one of a hummingbird seed packets.
Nice.
So I thought, well, that's what I'll put in there. So I went in and tilled it up some more and planted 4 rows. And they're up about that big. So who knows what I've got there, but it's going to be really cool. It seems like forever since we've done our last ornament, but
A month.
Do we have fusible fleece?
It's only been a month.
Do we have fusible?
I know it's been a month, but it seems like forever. Seems like longer.
Oh, it seems like
I think so.
But I've been on vacation and had a lot
you've
of
been
things
doing
going
things.
on.
You've been doing
Yeah,
things.
I put Julie's garden in a couple weeks ago.
You've been busy.
And it looks really good. It's growing. She bought all the plants before she had the baby, and there was one tomato plant that it looked really pathetic, but I said, we're going to go ahead and plant it. And it had this little tomato about that big on it. And so when I planted it, it arched over like that with the tomato, and I was sitting there laughing, and she goes, what? And I said, it's a Charlie Brown tomato plant. And so, I mean, that's exactly what it looked like. But I took a look at it yesterday, and it's growing new leaves on it, so it's going to be okay. So now we just wait for the harvest of all that. So
I'll be ready. I
Fresh
even got it. Did you even
tomatoes.
see my little stock pot I got for tomato sauce?
Oh yeah, is that what that's for?
I mean, that's
And
what
you've got
that's
your-
what I'm gonna do.
You got your basket to collect the herbs with.
Yeah, I got my little basket, my gathering
Your
basket.
gathering basket and everything.
I'm
Well,
gonna gather stuff.
we can gather up this month's ornament,
Let's do it.
and it is my favorite. It's the little gingerbread girl. And I didn't give her a name, but you can. And I think she is just adorable. She is very easy. You will get this one done in no time at all. So when you get your kit, you'll have 2 pieces of this wool, and that's going to be the front and the back of your ornament. So it's the same wool on both sides. And then the cream is for all the icing on her. And the pink is for her mouth, of course, and the red is for her bow. Now, if you notice on here, there's white behind the bow, so don't forget to cut a bow shape out of the white also, and then your red is going to lay over the top of that. So you're going to be going through 3 layers of wool, but you're not going to have any problem stitching it. The only stitches is a blanket stitch. And someone commented on I think they posted on the Insiders group, but they showed some of their ornaments that they did. And, you know, they said their blanket stitch isn't perfect, but keep working on them, because the more you do them, the more even that you'll get them. So, and pretty soon, it just becomes second nature when you stitch them. So.
All I saw when I saw that post is just all I saw was a really cool, beautiful ornament.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was the coolest ornament I'd ever seen. So
yeah, there was nothing for her to say, you know, it doesn't look perfect. It looked perfect to me.
it looked perfect to
Yeah,
me, and I'm
so-
I'm critical, y'all,
He is.
when it comes to things that are made well, and that looked good.
Yeah. So, you know, if you're struggling with your stitching, you know, give us a call. Let us know. Come on in. We'll help you out. It does take practice to get that. Remember the little hack I told you about with the little
I love that
marks
hack.
with the a permanent marker of how wide you want your stitches, and you just hold, you know, that right there, and that's where you'll come down and that's where you'll go up. So, you know, there's all kinds of ways to get this done. You will have one skein of floss, and that will be for the tan. You should have ecru left from your other kits, so that will be used around all the icing. You'll have black left that you can sew your buttons on, and then the ecru for the nose and the 2 buttons on her. And you'll have a little button pack, so make sure you have that. It's got black and ivory buttons in it. And then you'll have your twine for hanging. So this is June's, and I think that leaves like we're halfway. And that is amazing to me. So, like I said, the only stitches you have on this is a blanket stitch and sewing on your buttons. So that's going to go really fast. Did we talk about the wool stitch-alongs I was doing last time? Do you remember?
I don't think so.
I'm on my last block of Woolly Winter Wishes.
Wow.
And I just have, it's got a fence all the way across the bottom, and I have that to do, and then I get ready to put it all together.
Oh,
I am
wow.
so excited. So hopefully by next month,
Wow.
I'll have a completed quilt that you'll see
Wow.
hanging back here.
Oh, wow.
And maybe I will have started on the spring one,
And
because now the summer one's
And
out.
I think if I can talk you into leaving it for the floss tube too.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that. So that's been fun. That's been the biggest wool project that I've done, and I like the fact that it incorporated quilting because it's got quilt blocks on it, and then your wool work. The spring one is all wool work, but then the summer one, it also incorporates the quilting with it. So, you know, sometimes when you work on things that are Christmassy, you kind of get in the Christmas mood even when it's supposed to be warm outside. But it's
Like
only
when
in the
it's raining
50s
and 50
60s.
degrees.
Yeah.
When somebody turns off the heat outside and I have to wear a wool sweater.
No kidding. But today I was checking in 32 bolts of new flannel.
Gosh.
Oh my goodness. How many did you pick out, Peter?
3.
3?
At least 3.
I think I picked out at least 4.
4.
There was a beautiful black and white houndstooth,
Mm-hmm.
and then a black small plaid.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was a Christmas one. It was the red and green. And there was one, I think it was a brown one that you had picked out. So, of course, as I'm checking these in, which you guys need to come in and look at them, because I read somewhere the other day that said don't complain about Christmas and fall and all that coming out in the summer, because between October and December, you're not going to get all your fall and winter projects done. So that's why you start in the spring or in the winter or summer to get those projects done. So I thought, I was thinking, okay, I have this pattern I could make this one out of, and I have this pattern I could make a shirt out of, or I could just make all of them out of this one pattern. I went, nope, I need variety. So come in and check out that flannel. I know Cappy talked about it in her What's New video, so you'll have to be sure to watch that to see the new flannel coming in. Because flannel is a good partner with wool.
Oh, it is. You're right. It is.
It is. And I'll give you a little sneak peek. The project that I am working on for after all the ornaments are done, it incorporates wool with flannel. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm not going to tell you any more about it. You got to keep your interest sparked, and I'll give you little hints all the way along. So I already have all the books, so I'm going through it trying to figure out what all I need so I can have all the wool ready. So, but what better thing to have your kitchen or your house smell like as gingerbread cookies? Yum.
So when we were talking about, Christmas and having all the time to do the projects, let me ask you a question that coincides with that.
Okay.
When do you start planting your garden?
I usually start planting my garden after I have planted this year's garden. So I'm already thinking about next year's garden.
In the fall, right?
No, now. I do it now. I think about it.
Okay.
And then, I can change my mind a few times down
Yeah.
the road because my husband and I will talk about it and we'll see what the bounty came out of the garden.
Yeah.
And if it bombs, we're going to plant grass.
Yeah.
Or actually, I said I think we're going to plant flowers, but, no.
A deer sanctuary.
No deer in my house. I am battling gluttonous squirrels right now, so.
Do you think that the squirrels are kind of like the scouts for the deer? Do you think the deer send out the squirrels as scouts and then the deer come in?
No, because the squirrels are pigs and they just eat everything before anybody can get to it, even the other birds. And I mean, we have had bird squirrel chases in our yard that have been hilarious.
Oh, so they're rivalries.
Oh, yeah, because the squirrels will eat everything in their feeder, and then they'll come over and start on the bird feeder. Well, I'm not going to feed the squirrels. They have their own food, so eat your food.
I'm thinking the squirrels aren't even eating the food. I think they're kind of like the kids that they take the food from the dinner table and then they smuggle it upstairs and then they munch on it,
Oh, no. Now it's the chipmunks.
It's like a grab and
they'll
go.
Run around with their big
Oh,
cheeks
squirrel. Okay, so squirrels just eat there.
They just eat right there.
They dine in. They don't carry out.
They don't carry out. The chipmunks carry out.
The chipmunks carry out.
Yeah. If you've been by my house in the mornings and have seen me out chasing something in the yard, it's because the squirrels are sitting in the bird feeders eating the bird seed, and I'm like, no, that's not your food. You go eat your food. So we have some that they sit in a tree and look at me and go, how close is she going to get?
And how fast can she get here?
Yeah, and I've even thrown my shoe up in the tree after one. So I'm mean business. So, okay, well, that is what I have. I know it's a quick video, but I don't want to take too much time out of your day. I know you're busy. I'm busy, so I don't want to occupy your time too much, but just wanted to touch base and show you what's coming out in the mail probably this week. Is cute little gingerbread girl. So bake some gingerbread cookies and bring them in to share with us, and we will be your friends for life. So have a great day. I'll see you next month with our next ornament, and have a great day.